Hey guys, Christian here, and we're back on another Anime Rangers X video, of course, because as you know the new update is out, so that means we got to do another tier list, because they added 5 new units in this update, and they seem to be pretty good, so we need to do another tier list, because there are also going to be some changes to the old one, so the meta will change, and the rankings will change a bit. So now we are back with the tier list, of course. Um, First, let's go with the changes, because as you know, the summer event was patched, and now you can't use fast units to beat it very fast anymore. I mean, fast units are still good there, but they are just not the same as it was. So the first thing that we're gonna change is remove Saber and Feral Fang from the S tier. They are still very good units, but right now, only because they patched the summer event, they, at least in my opinion, they are not worth to be in the S tier anymore. So they are not S tier anymore, but they are still probably the best A tiers. And I can say maybe that Lord Slime like Rimuru can go into S tier, the lowest S tier. And why hear me out now? This guy can actually be insane in boss attack. You can actually max him out, like max his passive out in boss attack, and he's gonna be doing a lot of damage. So only because of boss attack right now, they also patched the Rimuru bug on challenges. So only because of boss attack, this guy can actually get you a lot of rerolls, so he's not that bad anymore. Of course, if there is gonna be an infinite mode, this guy is gonna be a beast. But for now, he's gonna be the lowest on S tier. And now let's actually start with the new units. So we're gonna start with the support ones, of course. So the first support of today is gonna be Urahara. And I really think he's better than most of these. So let's just use this guy as the second best support right now, and I'm gonna explain this to you. So we got his passive here. The first passive, Chained Explosions. Every 5 basic attacks, landmines in his AoE detonates for 200% of his damage. So this one alone is still very good because he does quite a lot of damage, I'm not gonna lie. And the next one is the main support passive. So you got the ultimate, applies weakened to all the enemies. They take 10% more damage for 90 seconds, which is more than you need on every single thing on this game probably. And he also heals all the allies in range by 10%. And of course he also heals after using the ultimate. So he's basically a unit that actually does damage, and he also makes the other enemies take more damage. So just by that, he's a great support. And now the last support of this update, we got Shin. And I'm gonna say that this guy is the best support in the game right now. And I'm gonna show you his passive so you understand why I'm telling you this. So the first thing is already an ultimate, which is called Mirror Reversal Dance. And what this thing does, it stuns the enemies for 15 seconds and instantly take 10% of their max HP as damage. That by itself is crazy, and it also includes some music, funny Shinji music, so that's great. We also got his other two passives, actually three, my bad. Reversal, every 5 hits, he makes an enemy go backwards for 2 or 3 seconds. And Enduring, so every 2 hits he restores 10% of his HP. That's, of course, very good. So it's not the passives that carry this guy to be the best support in the game, but it's his ultimate, because the ultimate, like a stun for 15 seconds, is already crazy, but also 10% of their max HP, that's just insane. Now let's go with Yuhabach. I'm gonna go and say that this guy is probably in the meta as well. I was thinking about putting him in on the S tier, but just by looking at his passives again, I have him level 100 Sovereign of course, but his passives are very good because every time he gets hit, he gains 10% damage and 10% evade, and that caps at 45%. So that only, like that thing alone, is gonna make him do 45% more damage. And he also has a crazy ability. Every time an enemy hits him with an ability, he reflects the damage, like twice as much damage to that unit. So that's just insane. That means this guy is gonna be great in every single game mode. That includes a boss which is dealing a lot of damage. Now let's go with the questline unit, this update. So we got Aizen, Soul King, and this guy, I'm gonna go and say that he's the second best unit in the game. Why is he not the best unit in the game in my opinion? Well, for now, we don't have any infinity mode, and this guy needs a lot of time to actually max out his passives. I'm just gonna show you his passives because this thing is crazy, and you're gonna need to see all of these. Trust me, because he doesn't even sound real. His first passive is named 70 Seals, and what this thing does, so every 4 seconds, Soul King releases a seal, and that thing, let's just go and say this. So his damage is gonna increase up to 150%, his SP is gonna decrease by 70%, his range is gonna increase by 50%, his ability damage is gonna increase by 50%, and his ability cooldown is gonna decrease by 50. And he also has lifesteal, of course, because this guy is just broken. And of course, because this guy couldn't be broken enough, he also has an ultimate. He also slows enemies, and he also, when he's maxed out, all the allies in range that are from the Bleach update gain 20% more damage. So as I said, he's only the second best unit right now, because there is no game mode yet that you can max out his passives. So Dio is just better for now, but just if this guy is maxed out, there is nothing better than him, and it's not even close. He does like 1 million DPS. Our next unit is gonna be Hakari or Jackpot. You can get this guy from the time chamber, and that's a pain, because you have to wait like 10 minutes for 0.5% to get this guy. But from what I heard, because I don't have him yet, he is the best DPS in the game, because if you get this guy the right gear, the right soul, the soul of chances, his passives, he's gonna deal a lot of damage. So yeah, he's also meta. I might, in the next tier list, I might remove some units from the meta because we're gonna get new units and stuff, and some of these are gonna get down. I'm thinking about Fingernail Saint and probably Eto or Sir. They might go out of meta the next update. So this was pretty much it for this one, guys. Tell me what you think about this tier list, if it's good or not. And of course, as usual, see you in the next one.